WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is committed to your safety with 6 hours of continuous team coverage.
This is a relentless storm, Dave.
We're fortunate we all made it out alive.
And our network of skycams across the state alerting you to danger, bringing you live footage of tornadoes as they touch down in Wathau County.
Look at this, Chase. Guys, look at that.
This is ground zero almost. I mean, this is really hard to stomach, like I said.
We take our commitment to being on your side seriously, and together we're Mississippi Strong.
Weekdays, stream First Alert Weather Plus.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus.
All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. We made it to the middle of this week, and it has been nice gradually warming up, but it's not going to last for very long because we've got more Arctic air setting in this weekend, and that's going to cause more dangerously cold conditions, especially a Saturday, as wind chills will make it feel much colder than it will actually be outside. So definitely going to start to see things cool down by the time we get to Friday afternoon. Not necessarily going to be as cold, but we will be colder than tomorrow. So mid 40s for your Friday afternoon. And then going into the overnight hours, as you can tell with those dark purples, some of the blue showing up, that's that Arctic air setting in. And that's really going to knock down our temperatures to the teens, waking up Saturday morning, but probably going to be feeling more like the single digits for most of us to start off the weekend. And the second half of the day doesn't look much better. We may struggle to make it above the upper 20s. So it just goes to show that it's going to be very chilly once again for your Saturday, even into Sunday morning. We'll be back down into the teens and then make it above freezing by Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, definitely going to be a very cold spell. And that's not that great whenever we talk about how many power outages we still have across the state. A lot of people are going to be still without heat for multiple days on end. So make sure you call people, check on people. I mean, we're a very giving state. So check on your neighbors, especially off in the North Mississippi and in the Delta, because dealing with this more cold weather and possibly a little bit of rainfall, it's definitely going to be something that we have to be keeping a very close eye on going into next week.
Yeah. So over the next couple of days, going to say mostly dry, maybe a stray shower. But one of our models, the one that's typically more aggressive, our long range models, is showing a little bit of some snow on a Saturday morning. It looks to be, though, that the next winter storm will stay further off to the north where it would be causing more impacts. Don't necessarily foresee that here, just maybe a light dusting. But other than that, nothing too impactful for your Saturday. And then we stay dry throughout the rest of the day, pretty much through the rest of the weekend. And then by mid to late next week, that's where we could start to see some more scattered showers. But until then, looking at mostly dry conditions with the exception of maybe those flurries on Saturday.
Yeah, just got to watch out where that surface low forms. And we're really just going to be talking about if you see anything into Saturday morning, just a flurry, not expecting widespread impacts here. Mm-hmm. But like Ashley said, off to the northeast, they're expecting a very strong storm to impact them. But look at our temperatures. That's really the telling story into the day on Saturday. Starting to see a nice warm up, and thankfully we are getting that little bit of a thaw into Thursday and then Friday morning. But then we go back and do it all over again into Saturday morning, thankfully avoiding the ice. But we are going to be talking about things that could possibly refreeze in the North Mississippi that have stuck around for so long now. So that's going to be a concern that we're going to watch out for. But like Ashley said, we'll warm up again into Sunday afternoon, back into areas above freezing, and then back to around average into the early to middle portion of next week. And we look to stay that way. So we're just going to be focusing on the nice temperatures into next week after we get through this polar plunge.
Yeah. So overall, not too eventful besides the cold air setting in on Saturday. Saturday. Other than that, eventually we will be closer to average for most of next week. Maybe that slight dip Thursday just from the system moving in. But other than that, things will eventually thaw out for us going into the first couple of days in February. But until then, we're still dealing with some chilly conditions, not as cold as we were yesterday, but we are warming up. 37 here in the metro, 35 in Vicksburg, and we'll continue to see our temperatures today top out into the upper 40s. So overall, we are gladly going to take what we call a warm up, if you will, not only today, but especially into tomorrow before the cold weather returns this weekend.
Yeah, Thursday afternoon, going to be nice. Got to go out and enjoy that because it quickly got back down into Saturday and Sunday. So otherwise, that's really all we're tracking here at home. We got just a chance for some isolated showers Friday, maybe a couple flurries into Saturday morning, but nothing really sticking. And then we're just going to be staying cold into Saturday and then gradually warm up next week. So all over the place. Another roller coaster here at home for sure.
Yeah, the roller coaster continues. And of course, we'll continue to have updates throughout the rest of today and throughout the rest of this week on the cold weather setting up for this weekend. Luckily, not tracking a winter storm for us. Maybe just those light flurries. But other than that, just the cold weather Saturday into Sunday before we warm up into next week. So that's all we've got for you. But we'll have more in our later newscast. So until then, have a great rest of your day.